Hello, everyone. Normal Player Guy, and yes, we now have the information revealed for the LR Metal Cooler and the LR Goku and Vegeta, and they look absolutely amazing. We'll just quickly go through the animations right here as we watch. All exciting. Of course, this is the part two. It's the second Cooler movie that carries on from the first. I'm pretty sure both of these LRs are absolutely hype. Metal Cooler, perhaps not as such, as we all like saying, right? Don't we? This must be the 18 key right here. Alright, we'll just take a quick minute just to watch these. Of course, he's fighting against the Goku. I like how they set these up, right? These animations look pretty good. They go on for a while. Look at that. Big explosions. Alrighty. Is this like an active skill? Ah, no. Okay, so this is. Ah, yes. Looks like there's some sort of evasion. Bet it's a revival. Could it be a revival? Oh, yeah. So they look pretty good. This is the Goku and Vegeta one. Alrighty. Straight from the movie. Definitely straight from the movie. Yep. This is where they rip into bits just before they see an army of 1,000. That's good. That's from the tech one. Yeah, that's all good. Oh, yes, of course, he has a revive. Of course, Cooler has a revive. Very nice. And of course, he probably will have like a metal core transformation, possibly. That could be good. We'll just see what he does here. Let's fast forward a little bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yep, there it is. There it is. There's the core transformation, as we'd expect. Good, good. All right. Well, we'll have a look straight into it then. Looks good. Looks good. So this is on the mainstream. This is on the Dokkan Battle official page. So here we go. We have Cooler. Let's have a look. So he is a Wicked Bloodline category 200%. 200%. So straight out. So that's going to be good for a lot of people. Let's have a look at what he's rocking in here. We have Big Bad Bosses, Strongest Clan Space, Thirst for Conquest, Auto Regeneration, that's a Metal Cooler link, right? And also Wildo. Nightmare Fierce Battle Legendary Power. Good. Look at me, look at these Big Bad Bosses, 25% attack and defense. Thirst for Conquest is what? 15% attack and defense. Strongest Clan Space is 15% attack, right? Nightmares attack, Fierce Battles attack, Legendary Powers attack, right? Absolutely insane. Looks like they raise defense. But let's see what they say. Recovers 10% HP at the start of the turn, and if HP is 50% or less, recovers an additional 10%. That would be very nice for difficult content, right? There's a lot of fighting legend events that requires Wicked Bloodline or Artificial Life Forms, which this guy will be on, and having that additional 10% is going to be quite nice. So he gets 2 key and 130% of stats. Okay, well, it is an LR, so it's not going to be too bad. So, plus an additional defensive boost by 100% more HP, remaining the greater the boost. We've seen that before, right? That is actually pretty good. So that means like slot one, turn one, this guy can be good. An additional 1 key goes up to 4, and 15% of stats up to 60 with each attack received. Right, okay, so that's designed to go into slot one, right? So you've got 130% with LR stats. You get the additional 100% slot one, turn one. Your first, you build key and stats, right? So the first 2 hits might be treacherous, but when this builds up, you'll have 180%, 190% to stats, right? And you'll have 4 key with this 6 key. So you will quite rapidly become quite tanky. So he recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn in which the attack was received, and an additional 5% HP when there's another ally, includes Metal Cooler. Okay, so that's a bit odd considering that you wouldn't run a whole Metal Cooler. I mean, you could theoretically run. Oh, no, you couldn't. Since he's called Metal Cooler, the LR Metal Cooler from the barber shop would not be an appropriate one, but it would probably still trigger, right? Let's have a look. Great chance. That's a 70% chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks directed at the character. My guess is the Goku and Vegeta are going to be unarmed. He revives with full HP when you are KO'd. Interesting. I wonder what the condition for that one is. If there's if there's a like a health unless you're just KO'd and you just automatically come back at any point in time. And it says when this character is KO'd. So this unit, this Metal Cooler LR has to die and then you'll come back. So it can't be anyone in the team, but it does look like no matter what health you have, so you could potentially possibly just get wiped out and you'll come back. Curious to see what happens when he revives, right? Looks like he greatly raises attack. So it's going to be good. So it looks like he gets 10% at the start of every turn. He gets 10% at the end of every turn. He has an extra 10% if you're under half health. And he can heat. And wow, look, okay, this guy is. Oh, and he has an additional 5% if there's another metal cooler. This guy is going to heal, right? This guy's going to be insane. So let's have a look what he does. Right, okay, so here we go. So his active skill can be activated from the 5th turn from the start of battle if the character receives an attack 7 or more times. Now remember, you need 4 to fully build them up. So by the 5th turn, so if he's in slot 1, you'll get those. It's possible. It's still around turn 4. Oh, yeah, okay. So around turn 4, maybe even entering turn 5, you'll see this. So if he's on turn, 1, 3, 5, yeah, you'll see it. You could probably see this on the 6th or 7th turn, depending on how many attacks you get, right? So 5th turn can be doable, or after the revival skill is activated, right? So he greatly raises attack, ultimate damage, and more HP, 30%. We are recovering 30% HP, right? So not only is he healing at the end and of the rotation and the beginning of the rotation, more if you're under a certain health, he also recovers health on this. This is just absolutely mental, right? And on this, so it looks like he raises defense for 1 turn, and greatly lowers attack. That'll be a 30% debuff. And he massively, that's a 100% raised attack and a 30% defense for 1 turn. That's good. That's not just like straight up attack, right? Like it's like the LR Cooler, he does something like this with no defense and he lowers defense. Massively lowers defense just means that that unit becomes easier to do damage on, right? Looks pretty good, raises defense and greatly lowers attack. It's so addition. So it's going to be hard to determine if it's addition. So if you went for crits, this would be huge. You get an 18 key, 100% to the attack. He still raises defense, so crits would be massive. But you think he still raises defense? If he got an additional, it's still a 30% buff and he lowers. So ooh, it's going to be difficult. He doesn't do any additionals in, so perhaps a nice blend between crits and additional. I probably would say crits more just to maximize his LR power, right? This guy is looking extremely good. If we seen a picture of him, there he is. Yeah, we'll just click on this. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. Extreme physical. That's good because extreme physical is absolute, well, not very good right now. It is terrible. So this guy is going to look really good. He is, I'm afraid, called Metal Cooler. So others like him will not work, right? So it's going to be interesting how they work out. Mind you, do you know that support could be good? The int support. Mind you, looking very, very nice right there. Yeah, I like this guy. I like what I'm seeing with Cooler. The heal's going to be nice. The additional defensive boost, right? The builds up key. If only if it was something like per attack received and per attack performed, right? That would have been even better. Just allowing it to build up because you've got 5 turns. You've basically only got 3 rotations, and if you think in docking events, you ain't gonna get hit that many times. Super Battle Road, you might get hit by that times. If you're up against like 4 or 5 enemies, yeah, you'll probably get this. If you're up against 2 or 3, you're not gonna get this. You're not going to be getting hit 7 times. This should have been 5 times, right? No, 5 turns, 5 times. That would have been more agreeable, right? This, though, I like. Massively raised attack. Below his defense, still raises defense. Cooler is fantastic, no matter what you say. He is going to be good on teams. Let's see what teams he's on. Here we go. Wicked Bloodline, of course, 200%. It's good for Terrifying Conquerors. Let's see. Target Goku's got some freezes in there. Actually, to be fair, all of these are really good. Wicked Bloodline is a great one, right? We've just had a 170% from the other Metal Cooler, right? So which you will be able to use alongside this because the AGL one transforms, right? Resurrected Warriors will be a good one. Artificial Life Forms alongside the new EZA will be good. Movie bosses, yeah, you could definitely make a Freezer and Cooler clan. Terrifying Conquerors, again, build it around. But again, he still has big bad bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. That's you're still going to get those 5 links, right? Just on like movie bosses, Terrifying Conquerors, um, uh, Target Goku, Artificial Life Forms, Crota Body and Mind. Absolutely amazing. I'd say Accelerated Battle's probably a powerful comeback. You wouldn't use this, right? This is now a Super Saiyan team, and this is Busaga Goku's team, right? This is like Goku's. So outside of them, absolutely yes. Wicked Bloodline has now become a top tier team. I might have to. I had them about 9 in the top 10. This alone could put them up. Movie bosses, since how difficult it is in Extreme Super Battle Road, yes. Terrifying Conquerors, yes. I mean, there's a lot of overlap. Artificial Life Forms, Crota Body and Mind, Power Exhaustion have quite a bit of overlap as well. I like this. He's going to perform really, really well. If you're struggling with a lot of content with these, Infinite History, Super Battle Road stages, Fight and Legend events, this will be a better summon, right? So now we're going to look into Goku here. Here we go. Okay, so never had this one. I never would have pegged this down. So he's joined forces. Well, as you expect, joined forces or movie heroes. They're still doing movie heroes. I feel like we've had movie heroes and movie bosses quite a lot recently. So they are a full 170% with a 30%. Okay, so they probably just become the best in the game, right? Join Forces is a fantastic. Join Forces has the STR Vegito, the Int LR Vegito, the Tech Gogeta, the Physical Gogeta. That's just to name 4 the top tier LRs that are on that, right? The leader prior to that was the Blue Bros, right? So that's an LR. There's the Great Saiyaman from the free to play from the friends, and that's a fantastic support. Join Forces is LR heavy, but an extremely powerful team. Don't forget, you've also got the 10th anniversary units in here. That is absolutely, and then of course Pure Saiyans, which again all said above that I've just said are now on the Pure Saiyans, right? This has become the best leader skill going, right? Movie Heroes is nice, but we already have something that with the Kamehameha. So, but this join forces with the additional buff for Pure Saiyans, best leader skill going. So let's have a look what they do. So, 2 key, 150% the stats are already a little bit better. Reduces damage received by 30%. Now that's flat out. That's really, really cool, right? So that Joint Forces team, a lot of those units, like again, the Vegetos and Gogetas, they have 30% built in, right? Damage reduction. This is more. Damage reduction is absolutely necessary for like Cell Max and the Red Zone because you can only take an item in there, and so having units that reduce damage or guard is an absolute sure way of just ensuring you get closer to the end. If you like, I mean, I barely did sell max, and I had to rely on Ink Vegito, right, just with his damage reduction. And Broly, I mean, he just supers everyone in that turn, and he's really difficult. So having people, in like even the new Red Zone events, there's only 2 phases, and they hit really hard. So it's like having damage reduction means you can just take healing items or something, right? It's really good. So 30% on top of the 150% LR stats is really good plus an additional 2 key per type key sphere obtained. Right, so that means you get 4 per. I need to actually let's have a look and see what they are. What is their typing? They are AGL, so that means they get 4 per AGL, which is like the Super Saiyan 4s, and they get 2 of every other except for Rainbow, right? So they get 2 Tech, 2 Int, 2 STR, 2 Physical, much like the Super Saiyan 4s. That looks pretty good. I like that. That's straight from the movie when they turn around and blast into bits, right? Looks pretty good. So let's see. Let's see what we got. So launches an additional attack that has a 70% chance of becoming a super attack. Wow. Okay, and they raise defense as well here. So let's see. They have an additional 50% to stats, no key, and a 30% of performing a crit when it's an ultra super attack, and performs a crit on the active skill or when ki is 24. Don't forget you're getting 4 ki per AGL ki sphere. So you're only going to need like 6 and you're pretty much there. 6 in a rainbow or something, you're there. It's basically LR Super Saiyan 4s, right? Guaranteed critic ki is 24. Reduces damage. 70% chance to do additional super attack. Let's see what that does. Their super attack effect. Let's see. Raises is 30% to 1 turn, and that's it. And then they have it's 30% to 1 turn. Oh, so it's okay. So they just raise. Okay, so that's fairly simple enough. So they get 30% of the turn. So that's fair. Okay, so 30% for the turn. So it doesn't matter if you get the 12 or 18 ki. So you think you're gonna have 150% reduced damage by 30%. You get an 18 ki. Where is it here? And you get the additional stats. So that's like 80% basically on super attack. You get the additional, which is an extra. This is going to become a very tanky unit, especially with these, right? I'm curious to know how well they can take damage prior to having all these super attack effects come in. Surely afterwards, they are immune to anything, right? 150%. You have 30, so then they get 30, so then they get 50% here. So that's what, 200%, 30% from the 18 ki, right? So that's 230. That's absolutely crazy. And then if you get the additional, that's an extra 230. So they're getting more than 200% of stats, 260% of stats on an 18 ki and this great chance triggering, right? With a crit. That's absolutely crazy. Let's see what else they do. Let's see what their what their transformation is, or what their damage, what their active skill is. Power to make the impossible possible can be activated when facing only one enemy, starting from the next attacking turn. So ultimate damage and stuns the enemy. Let's see. Can be activated when facing one enemy from the next attacking turn. So you pop it, and then on the next turn, does it arrive? Right. Can be activated one enemy starting from the next attacking turn. I'm curious to know. That's interesting how it's worded. That's like saying you'll pop it, and on the next turn they'll be stunned. Interesting. Ultimate damage and stuns the enemy. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very good for this. Very good for the new red zone event, right? Stuns the enemy. Could be good. Let's see what we got here. So let's see. What are we rocking? Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, prepared for battle, shocking. Key, or let's say in lineage. Yeah, that gives attack and defense. That's good. I like this. Prepare for battle and shocking speed. Fierce battle, legendary power, nice attack, Super Saiyan, nice key. Is it lowers defense? Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I like it. Let's see what do they show, what teams they are on. So join forces, movie heroes, pure Saiyans, of course. Super Saiyans would be really good now, right? Full power off powerful couple. Wow. Okay, Tech Goku's team. These are an apps. You know what? These are probably going to be everyone's favorite to summon for over Cooler. This is just outrageous, right? Join forces, pure Saiyans, Super Saiyans, full power, all out struggle, powerful comeback movie heroes. Absolutely crucial, absolutely fun. Um, wouldn't necessarily be needed, but boy, would you have a fearsome team. Powerful comeback, all out struggle, Super Saiyans, join forces. Wow, you would have a phenomenal team. This AGL is another super AGL. It's not like we needed it. But then again, it's not as if we needed another super tech. Personally, I would have liked a super physical because that is on the lacking side, right? Or super STR. Again, they don't see many super STRs coming out. So, bit disappointed on that. And there's only one other unit to come out, and it looks like it's a banner unit alongside, and it appears to be, was it a Gohan and Krillin? Let's have a look. Yeah, so Gohan and Krillin. Let's have a look at their animation. Their animation, yeah, okay. Taking them on the Robits. Do you know how you defeat these Robits? You punch them extremely hard, right? Okay, that seems to be how Goku always beats Piccolo. People will know where that's from. So let's have a look. They are a movie heroes lead of 130%. People who are new to the game or fresh or somewhat relevant, like under level 400 probably don't have a movie hero category lead. You pull this, 130% is doable, right? 120% the stats, additional 50% when facing 2 or more enemies, Super Battle Road. There's an additional attack that has a 30% chance to become a super attack. Pretty good, right? Considering that they raised their attack and defense for 1 turn. That's pretty good. Let's see. They have additional 100% to stats when performing a super attack. Okay, this unit's good. Plus an additional 50% to stats and performs a critical hit within the character's next attacking turn every time the character attacks 3 times in battle. That's like the Super Saiyan 2 Easy A Gohan, right? Performs a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. All allies get a 5% crit chance per movie hero category. Ally in the turn up to 50. You only need 3 and they all get 15%. That's a nice buff. That's a nice cliche at the end. They're pretty good. They're actually pretty solid. Join forces, movie heroes, battle the wits. You know, something tells me I feel like they should be on another one. We'll see. Let's see what they got. Solid support. That's a defensive lead. Defensive link. That's pretty good. Infighter. Bit odd. Cold Judgment you can trigger. All the Trunkses have Cold Judgment. Be good with movie heroes. Shocking Speed. Courage is a funny one. Kamehameha and Fierce Battle. You will trigger Infighter, Cold Judgment, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha and Fierce Battle. Courage will be a funny one. I don't even know what Courage does. Okay, a bit more of an in-depth. So 120%, they get 30% from their stats and an additional 100%, right? So that's 130% on super. You get 50% to stats on your next. So every time you do 3, hang on, I'm going to that. Right, so every 4th attack on the next turn will be a crit. That's how it is. So you do 3 attacks. On your next rotation, you're guaranteed one of them will be a crit. You will also guarantee a crit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. Interesting. It's not even a rainbow orb changer, so that might not necessarily work out. Personally, I don't see this being a... It's odd because this isn't a damage dealing unit. This is a support and defensive unit with the extra here, the extras here, and the nice crit that they give. Giving a guaranteed crit is pointless. They might as well just give them additional super attack chance, right? Or something like that. Solid enough unit, don't get me wrong. Very good for movie heroes, alongside some Chunkses and alongside some Goku family units, right? Could be good. It's not bad. It's pretty good. If you had them, could they work in like Cell Max or Red Zone? Probably not. Could they work in Infinite History? Could they work in Fighting Legend events? Absolutely. Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road? Absolutely. They could work in there. Let's see what typing they are. I actually don't know what typing they are. Does it show who we have? Here we go. They are Tech. Super Tech. Made to go alongside that Goku then. Part 1. Could be fun. Alright, anyway, that's going to be enough for now. This has gone on for long enough. These are the 3 new units that have come out. There is a fairly decent review of them, plus a little look at their super attacks. This looks like it's the Gohan one, right? Yeah, okay. Quick combo between them. The Goku one, we never really touched into it, but this will go on too long, right? So, looks good, right? Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. I'm excited for them. I'm probably personally going to summon for the Saiyans, but hey, what do you expect? Everyone likes a Saiyan, right? I wish everyone the best of luck for your summons. That's the end of this video, and I'll see you all next time.